Back in the summer of 2018, when Call of Duty World War II was reaching the middle of the franchise's ubiquitous yearly cycle, rumors started to emerge about the next Call of Duty title that were intriguing to say the least. Treyarch was slated to be the next developer after Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games, and not only was it rumored to be Black Ops 4, with the 4 spelled out in 4 Roman numeral I's for some reason, but it was breaking tradition by being multiplayer only. The series' trademark 6-hour story campaign was being replaced with a Battle Royale mode, and the decision to scrap a beloved feature in favor of chasing trends was a controversial move by all accounts. Although I was initially bothered by the removal of the campaign, because the longevity of multiplayer games tend to last solely on player interest, the inclusion of a Battle Royale mode was undoubtedly intriguing. I had been reluctant to jump into Battle Royale games like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Fortnite, whether it was because of the steep difficulty and learning curve, or because of something as arbitrary as the building mechanic. But with its sleek movement system and tight shooting, the prospect of a Call of Duty Battle Royale was exciting to me, and was worth dipping my toes into. Not to mention, the core multiplayer mode was taking a more hero shooter approach, with specialist exclusive gear and weapons, the increase in health pools from 100 to 150 resulting in longer gunfights, and the introduction of manual healing. So, win-win overall. When Black Ops 4 was eventually released, I thoroughly enjoyed the time I spent playing Blackout. Although the steep difficulty and learning curve that was standard with the genre was still present, the movement and gunplay was familiar enough to make each engagement feel dynamic. And like all good competitive shooters, it encouraged me to learn from my mistakes and try to get better. Positioning was just as key as ever, and the way Treyarch stitched together classic multiplayer and zombies locations like Firing Range, Nuketown, and the Asylum as the map's POIs was not only clever, but rewarding for those who understood their layouts from previous Black Ops entries. Also, having those signature zombies screeching as they chased you was super cool. The introduction of manual healing in the franchise, as controversial as it may have been in the core multiplayer, became a unifying feature throughout the game, and was integrated perfectly within the tactical nature of the Battle Royale mode. The switching mechanics that were introduced in Black Ops 3 and returned in Black Ops 4 added new traversal opportunities, as they helped make great use of the map's various rivers and lakes. The weapons and equipment were also taken directly from the game's multiplayer and zombies modes, further adding that sense of familiarity, and the more realistic, boots-on-the-ground take was much more in line with what PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds established, versus the cartoonish, happy home makeover fever dream that is Fortnite. As a gateway entry into the Battle Royale genre, Blackout succeeded in introducing a newcomer like me through the branding of Call of Duty, and sparked my interest in future Battle Royale titles. Although there was definitely a need for quality of life improvements, and the experience became somewhat bare bones after a while, it was something that I enjoyed for months to come. That was until... On February 4th, 2019, a new Battle Royale game from Respawn Entertainment, the creators of the Titanfall franchise, was not only revealed but also released for free on the same day it was announced. What made this game stand apart from its contemporaries was the rich sci-fi setting of the Titanfall universe and the introduction of hero shooter elements with the inclusion of the titular legends. Although I had never played any of the Titanfall games before, whether it was due to console exclusivity or not owning anything other than a Nintendo console at the time, it piqued my interest enough that I wanted to give it a try. And holy cow, was I glad that I did. The quality of life changes that Apex Legends brought forth significantly improved upon what was established by previous Battle Royale games, and somehow fixed the major and minor annoyances I had with Blackout, fall damage was completely removed, eliminating the unnecessary worry of whether you'll accidentally break your legs and die, and giving you more incentives to push or disengage from fights. Friendly fire was also removed from the equation, something that many argue adds a sense of realism, but only results in trolls and griefers shooting you in the back. As a result, the accessibility features didn't hinder your experience, nor did it soften the core gameplay, and ultimately, it allowed you and your teams to focus on what matters most: looting and shooting.
This whole squad has been dealt with. Good kill, friend.
Compared to the indistinguishable and complicatedly named ammo type seen in Blackout, ammo is categorized simply by light, heavy, shotgun, and energy. And since they were cleverly color-coded, it was easy to distinguish between types amongst the loot pool. The compatible attachments of each weapon are readily visible without the need to constantly pull up your inventory menu. And the game is considerate in telling you which attachments are worth picking up and whether you have better ones already available. Additionally, when replacing your weapon, the game automatically swaps over whatever attachments were compatible with that weapon, eliminating the need to strip attachments individually and put them back on, which was something that plagued Blackout for months. Although Black Ops map was charming in its homage to Black Ops history, I wouldn't be hard-pressed to admit that most of my time was spent hunkering down and waiting for someone to cross my sightlines. Kings Canyon, on the other hand, was compact and brimming with vibrancy, and many of its POIs were creative and worth visiting thanks to its rich sci-fi setting. Many structures weren't as dense, often being relegated to 1 or 2 story buildings with minimal layouts, and presented fewer opportunities for camping and more opportunities to strategize positioning around the map. The game further incentivized movement by making the core traversal mechanics feel fun and fluid, with the incorporation of ziplines and jump powers on the map, and the ability to slide indefinitely and briefly mantle and scale building structures or rock surfaces. Even without the wall running and titular titans that were iconic to the franchise, the Respawn DNA was still very much live and intact. Yet the most influential additions that Apex Legends brought to the Battle Royale genre were the ping system, respawning, and hero shooter elements. Mapped to a single shoulder button on controller, or scroll wheel button on mouse and keyboard, the ping system offered a variety of communication options that let you give suggestions on where to move,
Care package over there.
what weapons, ammo, and attachments you have found,
Optics here. Close range.
visually spot enemy teams you encounter,
Spotted one.
and even make requests for ammo and gear,
I need heavy ammo.
all of which is verbalized by your character.
Heavy ammo here.
For someone who hates having to deal with toxic, profanity-laced players with poor sportsmanship online, the ping system is an absolute godsend, and ensures proper teamwork and communication between players like me, who prefer not to use a mic. Before Apex Legends, respawning wasn't even considered a possibility in Battle Royales, and I can't fathom what future Battle Royale games would be without it. Although downed players can still be revived or eliminated, you also have a chance to bring eliminated teammates back into the game by retrieving their banner from their death box within 90 seconds and bringing it to a designated respawn beacon on the map. Although the respawn process makes you very visible to anyone, this risk-reward system not only adds high stakes to a genre filled with them, but gives players a worthwhile reason to remain in the match and ensures long-term success in the end. Last but not least, Apex Legends introduces an excellent character-based class system, similar to Blizzard's Overwatch, with a colorful cast of titular legends that have their own passive, tactical, and ultimate abilities. These hero shooter elements added a fresh new layer to the core combat loop and shooting mechanics, as understanding your legend's abilities and using them to your advantage results in you getting the upper hand on your opponents. Likewise, recognizing what legends you are facing up against is also key, as understanding their capabilities can help you combat their strategies and adapt during fights. These legends not only suit various playstyles, whether it be Lifeline's combat medic role or Bloodhound's scout role, but they serve as much needed representations of ethnicities, cultures, sexual orientations, and gender associations within video games as a whole. Furthermore, the sci-fi universe of Titanfall has led to more creative abilities, as seen with Mirage's holographic decoys, and Wraith's phase shift and interdimensional portals. And each legend exudes so much charm and personality that it made the specialist in Black Ops 4 feel like hollow carbon copies of military archetypes. The fact that this game somehow eclipsed the main selling point of Black Ops 4's core multiplayer was honestly quite impressive. Now, Apex Legends wasn't perfect. As polished as it was in terms of gameplay and presentation, the game was prone to slowdown and crashes. It also took a relatively small development studio like Respawn several months to implement new content and meaningful updates to the game and fine-tune their Battle Pass rewards and monetization systems. However, the way that everything from its ping system, respawn mechanics, fast-paced movement, hero shooter elements, and ease of accessibility makes it very clear that Respawn carefully thought through what they wanted in their Battle Royale game rather than simply chasing trends.
Throwing Arc Star. Take a deep breath. We've eliminated the kill leader.
Although I continued to play Blackout throughout the rest of 2019, it was hard to get back to after Apex Legends had improved on so much of the Battle Royale formula. The cumbersome movement and mantling systems, friendly fire, fall damage, and messy inventory management were starting to feel archaic, and although the game did receive its fair share of updates, it was frustrating that Treyarch was seemingly refusing to implement features like the ping system and respawns, when competitors like Fortnite had done so in short notice. But the worst part was seeing the game with such potential having its days numbered and losing support because of the $60 price tag, and the vicious yearly release cycle that the Call of Duty franchise is known for. When it was revealed in the summer of 2019 by a Kotaku investigative expose written by esteemed game journalist Jason Schreier, that Treyarch had rushed Blackout mode with just 9 months for release following the cancellation of an experimental 2v2 story campaign, it suddenly made sense. Everything that was good and bad about this game was the result of unfortunate circumstances and excessive crunch.
And that's a wrap.
Mission area secured. Good work.
Blackout will always have a place in my heart for introducing me into the Battle Royale genre, but Apex Legends made me truly fall in love with it by filling the void left by Black Ops 4 and improving and innovating upon what was established before, with smart gameplay mechanics and design. And over a year since its release, Apex Legends continues to thrive and bring new and exciting ways to play. With the introduction of new legends, story lore, weapons, loot, a new map, cosmetics and battle pass rewards, limited time game modes, and quality of life improvements into the mix. And that is why I consider Apex Legends to be the best Battle Royale ever made.
Activating jump drive. You are the Apex champions.
Hey guys, Alistar here. Thank you so much for watching this video essay on Apex Legends. An incredible amount of work and effort and passion went into writing, recording, and editing this video to offer an in-depth critical analysis, and I hope you look forward to more video essays in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are already subscribed, make sure to ring that notification bell so you are updated whenever future videos go live. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys next time. Janet!